Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, I'll share to you how to make this Korean inspired top, which is easy for all the beginners. This is a free size, which is fit from small to medium. I hope you like it. So without further ado, let's get started. What we need is 250 grams of yarn, 200 grams for the top, and 50 grams for the linings. And for this top, I'll be using 4mm hook. And of course, scissor. First, make a slip knot and chain 40. For row 1, on the first chain, make a double crochet. To make double crochet, yarn over, put your hook inside the first chain, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over again and pull through to the last loop. Repeat this until the end of the row. And this is how your row 1 looks like. For row 2, chain 2, turn your work and make double crochet on the first stitch. Repeat this until the end of the row. And this is how your row 2 looks like. For row 3, chain 2, turn your work and make double crochet on the first stitch. Repeat this until the end of the row. We'll keep repeating row 1 and 2 until we reach row 13. And this is how your row 1 to 13 looks like. We're done now for the base part, and we're going to do the bust part. So for row 14, chain 2, turn your work, skip one chain, and we're going to do double crochet and single crochet together. On the next stitch, yarn over, put your hook inside the second stitch, yarn over, and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Put your hook inside the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through 4 loops. And that's how you make double crochet and single crochet together. On the 4th stitch, make a double crochet. Keep repeating this until you reach the second to the last stitch. The last 2 stitch, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together, like what we do earlier. After that, chain 2 and turn your work. For row 15, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together. Skip one chain and do the double crochet and single crochet together on the next 2 stitch. After that, make a double crochet until you reach the 2 to the last stitch. The last 2 stitch, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together, like what we do earlier. After that, chain 2 and turn your work. On to the next row, we'll be repeating row 14 and 15 until we reach row 23. And this how row 14 to 23 looks like. As you can see, both sides are already slanted. Now we're done on the base part and the bust part, and we'll be moving on to the strap part. For row 24, chain 2, turn your work, a double crochet on the very first stitch. Repeat this until the end of the row. And this is how row 24 looks like. For the next row, chain 2, turn your work, make double crochet on the very first stitch. Do this until the end of the row. So for row 26, chain 2, turn your work, and we have to do the row 24 and 25 until we reach row 33. And this is how row 1 to 33 looks like. We actually divided this front part into 3 parts, which are the base part, the bust part, and the strap part. We're just going to have another one of this front part for the other side. Now we'll be doing the back part. First, we have to make a slip knot and chain 80. After making 80 chains, for row 1, we have to make double crochet on the first chain. We'll do this until we reach the last chain. And this is how row 1 looks like. For row 2, chain 2, turn your work and make double crochet on the first stitch.
Do this until the end of the row. And this is how row 2 looks like. For row 3, we're just repeating row 1 and 2 until we reach row 13. And this is how row 1 to 13 looks like. Now we're done on the base part. We're going to proceed to the bust part. Row 14, chain 2. Turn your work. Skip one chain and we're going to make double crochet and single crochet on the second and third stitch. And on the fourth stitch, we're going to make double crochet until we reach the second to the last stitch. The last two stitch, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together like what we do earlier. After that, chain 2 and turn your work. For row 15, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together. For row 15, we'll be doing again the double crochet and single crochet together. Skip one chain and do the double crochet and single crochet together on the next two stitch. After that, make a double crochet until you reach the 2 to the last stitch. After you reach the last two stitches of row 15, make a double crochet, single crochet together. And for row 16 to 23, we're just going to repeat row 14 and 15. This is how row 14 to 23 looks like. It's just the same on what we do on the front part. For the next row, chain 2, turn your work and make double crochet until the last stitch. And this is how row 24 looks like. For the next row, chain 2, turn your work, make double crochet on the very first stitch. Do this until the end of the row. So for row 26, chain 2, turn your work, and we have to do the row 24 and 25 until we reach row 33. This is how the back part of our top looks like. After we make the back and front part, we're going to attach those two using the single crochet. We're going to make the shoulder part first. Insert your hook into the very first stitch. Yarn over and pull through and chain 1. We're going to make single crochet on the next stitches until we reach the last row. is how it looks like. We're just going to repeat this onto the other side of the shoulder. So from this side to this side, we're going to make a single crochet like what we do on the shoulder part. We're also going to do this on the other side. After we attach the back part and the front part, this is how it looks like. This part will be the inner side. And this is how the outer part looks like. So now we're going to proceed on the sleeve part, and we're going to start a chain here. Insert your hook. Attach the yarn and chain 2. And we're going to make double crochet until the end of the row. So after you make double crochet onto the last stitch, on the first stitch, we're going to make a slip stitch and chain 2. After we make 2 chains, we have to make double crochet on the next stitch until we reach the first stitch and make a slip stitch. So for row 3, we're going to repeat row 1 and 2 until we reach row 12. And this how your sleeve look like. Next, we're going to make the lining of the sleeve. As I said earlier, we need 50 grams of yarn for the linings. Any color will do. Insert your hook on the last stitch of your sleeve. Attach the yarn and chain 1. The first and second stitches, we have to make single crochet. On the third and fourth stitches, we're going to make double crochet and single crochet together. On 5 and 6 stitches, we have to make a single crochet again. And on the 7 and 8 stitches, we have to make a double crochet and single crochet together. Repeat this until the end of the row. On the last stitch, make a slip stitch on the first stitch and chain 1. For row 1, 2, and 3 stitches, we have to make single crochet. On the 4th and 5th stitches, we're going to make double crochet and single crochet together. Do this until the end of the row and make a slip stitch on the first stitch and cut the yarn. This is how the linings look like on your sleeve. We're also going to repeat this on the other side of the sleeve. Next, we're also going to make some linings from the bottom to the neckline of this top. Insert your hook on the first stitch and chain 1. For the next stitches, we're just going to make a single crochet until you reach this first stitch. When you reach the last stitch of this row, make a slip stitch on the first stitch and chain 1 and repeat what we do on the first row.
For the knot tie, make a slip stitch and chain 80. After you make 80 chains, on the first chain, make a single crochet, and onto the second chain, make a single crochet also. Do this until the end of the row. After you reach the end of the row, make 3 more single crochet on the same chain. For second to the last stitch, we're also going to make a single crochet. For this row, we're just going to follow the stitches until we reach the end of the row. On the end of the row, we're going to make a slip stitch. Insert your hook on the first stitch. Touch the second color of your yarn. Yarn over and pull through. And then make a chain of 2. For the next row, we're also going to make a single crochet until we reach the end of the row. Make a slip stitch and cut the yarn. This is how your tie knot looks like. We're just going to insert this on the top we make.